Hi guys, so someone asked me to have a closer look at the 6000 grit stone from King. I thought I'd give it a go, so I happen to have one here, which I've had lying around for quite some time now. And well, it's just a single stone, so it's always fun to compare, I think, because most stones will give you a good result, but picking and choosing stones, that's something that comes down to personal preference. And so in this video I've dug up most, if not all, of my 6000 grit stones, and I figured just give them a go. So for this video I will be using my Musashi Kiritsuke, is it? Which is a blue number 2 carbon steel knife. One of my favorite ones, actually. It's quite sharp already, but I'm not going for, seeing how sharp I can get the knife or testing the edge in any particular way on this video. I just wanted to focus on the stones and the feedback and on this particular steel. So make of it what you will. So this the 6000 stone, from King. You can see the marking is gone. That's because I went over the stone with a diamond plate to remove the logo and such, because that tends to get in the way, especially on new stones. So just get that away. Just get that off. And yeah, let's just go for it. So right away, this is a well, it's a comfortable stone to work on. It's not a it doesn't grip the steel as much. It kind of skates on the top, but it doesn't feel hard. And you can see the steel coming off. It's quite a slow stone. My first impression. Well, I have slower stones, but that can be good when you're working on harder steels, or if you're finishing a blade, because you want time and you don't want to mess things up too quickly if you're doing it wrong. So the point of the finishing stones is just the final finish. You don't want to necessarily remove too much metal, unless you're doing it as a part of a polishing bit. Then you would probably want a faster stone, because you're aiming for upwards of 8000 grit finishes and stuff like that. This stone comes with a Nagura, one of these, and I figured we'll work up a little bit of slurry as well. Let's have something to work in to see if it changes the stone in any particular way. I don't like too much water on top when I'm making slurry. You want just the right amount. Something like that, and let's go. So immediately that dampens the feel of the stone just a little bit. A touch more smooth. And maybe it's just me, but I just love to work with slurry on my stones. So the 4000 grit King, it's a comfortable stone to work on. Moderately hard, I'd say. So this is a stone you're going to have for a long time if you take care of it. And especially it being a finishing stone, you won't use it as much. What I'm doing here today it's overkill. It's just to get a feel for it. So my friend, if you're watching this, the King 6000 stone is a very good stone as a finisher. If you're using it to you know, polish, I'm going to show you another stone that I probably would go for instead of this one. So down here I have my cleaning stone. That's a Rinaniwa one. I think it's 800 grit. It comes with the Chaucera stones, and you can buy them separately as well. Those are soaking stones, so I keep one soaked at all times, especially when I know I'm going to do some sharpening. So, which way are we going? I want to show you a harder stone, I think. No, let's go faster first. So the next stone I'm going to show you is the Suehiro Shiramine. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, but it's going to be down in the description, so you can check there if you want. It's part of the Oka Rika series. So you have the Oka, and then you have the Rika, which is quite popular. Oka being 3000 grit and Rika being 5000. This is the 6000 grit version. I will compare the speed of this one to the Rika 5000. It's not too different, but you'll see here in a bit. So this is definitely a faster stone. I don't know if it comes through on the video, but there's a lot more metal on this stone now than it was on the King one, from all the sharpening we did on that one. So this is a very good stone if you're using it as a part of a polishing progression. And I would really recommend it. Or if you are aiming for higher grits as well. It has loads more grip than the other stone. And you can just see how much metal this guy is removing. And it's the same with the Rika and the Oka. If you compare them to similar grit stones, they are also faster and have excellent feedback, because it grips the steel and just tear it off. So Suehiro does make some decent stones, and some of my favorite ones, like the LD21, is I think I have it here, or actually it's a 180 grit stone, I reckon. And that's my favorite coarse one. But I'll do coarse ones in another video, I think. So let's get this baby cleaned. And it cleans up real nice as well. So, where are we going now? I'm thinking we're going to throw a curveball in just for fun. And I am going to show you... I get a lot of questions about the Chinese stones as well. So what I have here is Taidea 8000 grit Chinese stone. And it has been soaked just a little bit. And I just want to show you, when I talk about... I don't want to, you know, generalize all Chinese stones, because I haven't tried them all, but they tend to be faster than the stated grits, coarser than the stated grits, and very, very soft. So on the other hand, I like soft stones, so I have no problems working on Chinese stones. But this one is graded 8000 grit, and just, you know, check out this. This baby is just tearing off metal. It doesn't load up, so it's a it's a very nice stone, but if you compare it to Japanese 8000 grit stones, you just can't. There's a very clear defined burr on this stone now, on this knife now, from just a couple of passes on this Chinese one. So just be aware of what you're buying and as long as you want a coarse stone that removes a lot of metal and you don't necessarily want it to last very long, just go for it. They tend to be very cheap, and it's a fun way to get started. But don't get an 8,000 grit stone and think you're going to get the same results as you would on a Chinese, oh, I'm sorry, a Japanese one. You would have to, you would have to go go a lot higher in the grit range on the Chinese stones to have them compare. That may be interesting to do a video on that as well, but it's not going to be this one. So now we've tried the king, we tried the Suehiro, the I gotta check, Shiramine. Now let's go for Arashiyama, a harder stone, if I remember correctly. So this one has been sitting in the water a little bit. I find it needs a 5-minute soak or something like that, just to get it, to a better place. If you just splash on this one and go, I find it uncomfortable to work on. And the thing about harder stones, the metal tends to just skate on the top. It doesn't remove metal as fast as the other, and it doesn't speak to you in the way the other stones do. But sometimes you just want to work slowly on larger surfaces, and this can be a good stone for that, because you have a lot of control if you get your angles right. And it's very good for removing burrs. It's also easier to, well, it's harder to make mistakes on this one, because your knife won't dig into it. You can practice removing the burr with strokes with the edge facing forward, which is something I still need to practice and I'm not good at all, but it's something I'm determined to get better at. So yeah. On the Arashiyama, what I like to do sometimes is to work up just a little bit of slurry on it, and for that I use a diamond plate. This is a what's it called again? It's gonna be down in the description. And it's a 400 grit plate. That is no, it's a 120 grit plate that's worn down. And I find that the worn down plate doesn't stick as much to the stone. I have a 400 grit diamond plate as well, and that I'll just show you real fast. This one here, this just, well, maybe it won't now, but it just sticks really to the stone. It's going to be pain. So I prefer the worn down 120 grit. Like so. And I prefer to use it like this. I gotta apologize. I got a cold, so I'm trying to breathe as I speak. So now the feedback is excellent on this one, and you can see the slurry takes away all the metal. So this is the way I like to use the Arashiyama, because it just gives you a little bit more friction on the stone and tells you a little bit more about what your knife is doing. Like so. So the Arashiyama is a good stone well, they are all good stones, but this one, if I'm not using it with slurry, which I probably would do anyway, I would rather use it for, you know, Scandi grinds and stuff like that. When you just want a good look, a satin finish or something along the lines of that. So where are we at now? Yes, we have the Morihei still to go. So Morihei stones, I have a lot of them. They are one of my favorite ones. I use them for scissors and shears just because they are so fine. And yeah, just look at this. This is my 9K one. That's a great stone. And it's also for scissors. I like using the 1000 grit stone to set the angle. Just gonna get that into place. So let's see. The 6000 Morihei is also a splash and go. And it's just splashing water on it. This one I tend to not work up any slurry on, if I remember correctly. Let's just, yeah, because it's just silky smooth from the get-go. It's not it's not a fast stone either, but it gives you the same feel that the Arashiyama do with slurry, without slurry. So if you don't like to work on slurry, I would go this route. If you find you need a 6000 grit stone. And it's just great. That's a mirror polish. And as I'm standing here, I'm just looking to see if I have any other 6000 grit stones lying around that I forgot, but I think that's it. And let's just end the video by giving it a small cut test just to see. I'm gonna finish sharpen on this one. Just see, I'm quite happy with that. Got a small bite there. Let's try to get the burr off. And where did I put the paper? Sorry, I made a mess. Here we have some. See if the camera picks up. There we go. So I didn't get all the burr off. It's not too bad. It's actually quite nice. So what I tend to do, as always, if I don't get the edge as the way I want it, just a couple of pulls on the leather strap, just to get the burr off. Oh, like so. Let's try now. That's a lot better. So yeah, that was a small walkthrough on my 6000 grit stones. It was quite a fun video to make actually, so I might do another one in another grit. So if you want to see other grits, just let me know and I'll pull out the stones I have and make a video on it. So yeah, so that's going to be it for this video. I hope the sound was alright. I got some new sound equipment set up and I'm waiting for some better lights. And oh, see, there we go. Trying to figure out how to work the camera and yeah. So thanks you guys for sticking by if you're still here, and I'll see you guys in another video. So take care.